So I walked into Home Depot with the near infrared spectrometer and I started scanning all the floors. Now, the staff thought I was crazy, and perhaps I was, but what came from the data was genuinely very interesting and surprising to me. So, in today's video, we're going to build a few different models. I'm going to demonstrate that we can actually predict whether we have hardwood or vinyl planks. And we can even build a regression to understand the quality of the vinyl planks just from the data that comes from a NIR. And lastly, I want to demonstrate that we can get greater than 95% accuracy by both predicting the wood type and the vinyl plank quality all in one model. Let's get started. So in this experiment, I decided to scan 21 different SKUs with 134 total scans. So one of the first things I do with my experimental analysis is always just look at the data. So let's take a look. In this spectrum here, I have an average of my linear vinyl planks, the wood flooring here in orange, and you can see the absorbance is greater than 0.6 throughout the entire spectrum. If we look in green, we have a plot of the average hardwood spectrum, and this includes all of the different wood types I looked at in the study, and the wood fingerprint is very distinct from the linear vinyl planks, both in the total absorbance and in some of these spectral fingerprints. Now, because vinyl planks are essentially like PVC, there is a significant peak around 1730 nanometers, which is consistent with one of the first CH overtones that we can observe in the NIR domain. But because of all of these impacts, we have to do some signal processing before we can build models. So don't click away. This is incredibly important in order to build reliable models. I'm going to use two different techniques to pre-process this data before we start building models. The first technique is standard normal variate. This technique removes scan-to-scan differences in overall brightness. So if I held the sensor at slightly different angles or in different tiles, SNV or standard normal variate helps to correct those scattering effects. Next, I'm going to apply Savitzky Golay in the first derivative with a second order polynomial. This removes any baseline offsets and sharpens spectral features. Now, after pre-processing, we see the difference between our LVP and our hardwood are even more distinct now that we've corrected the signal. So let's start building models. So the first question people might want to know off the bat is this real wood or is this fake? And before I start building a classification model to determine that, let's first look at PCA, which is an unsupervised technique that performs spectral clustering and allows us to put these high dimensional features into a 2D plot. So here is the PCA of my 9 floor samples. And we see on the left side are all the vinyl samples, and these are completely separate from all the hardwoods on the right side. And mind you, the PCA has not seen the labels. This is just based on the chemical fingerprints that I demonstrated in the last figure. Also worth noting is that PC1 has 93% of the variance explained just between the vinyl and hardwood differences, and PC2 contains 3%, which helps to explain the differences between our different vinyl plank quality. Now, we can go even deeper to understand the wear layer. So imagine you have a vinyl plank and there's a small layer on the top that helps protect that vinyl plank. And so the thicker the wear, the higher quality material you have. And so we might want to build a regression to actually determine the wear layer on the material and how that might impact cost. And so what I'm going to demonstrate here is how we can use a different supervised technique called partial least squares to build a regression to start predicting the wear layer on our vinyl material. When we apply this with 4 features, we actually have really great accuracy of the wear layer. We see that the blue, gold, and orange are really well separate. We have an R squared of 0.96 and a root mean squared error of 1.26 mil. So with the wear layer taken care of, what do you think about classifying the different types of hardwoods? In this study, we had fir, mahogany, oak, particle board, pine, and poplar. And so I used a different model called linear discriminant analysis to determine how well we could classify these using our NIR data. And when we look at linear discriminant component 1 versus component 2, we see that our different samples cluster quite nicely from each other, with the poplar and oak clustering somewhat near each other. We see the particle board and the pine also clustering a little bit closer to each other. When we look at the confusion matrix, I'm using a 5-fold cross-validation, and we're getting an accuracy of 95.5%, with some of the misclassifications happening with our poplar and oak samples, as well as our fir and pine. And lastly, let's build one more model to look at all of these samples in this study together. And when we see this visualization here, we see that the model would have had no problem separating wood from vinyl. And even then, we're starting to see that we can start to even separate within a single model the 12, 22, and 6 mil vinyl planks, as well as our different wood types. And so I'm not here to claim that this is a perfect model because this is one trip to the store, one batch of samples, and thus would require way more variability to really build out a more robust model. But this does demonstrate what's possible with a small technique like a portable NIR in a consumer grade setting. And so I'll challenge you, let me know what you think I should be testing with this kind of device. We can go in a textile direction or many other cases. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.